Hi, come on in.
Hi, Elliot. Great to see you.
Nice to see you. Welcome to my office.
It's beautiful. Where are we right now?
We are on the 9th floor of the Lowry Medical Building at the corner of Francis Street and Brookline.
Awesome. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions if that's okay. We're going to start with a softball. What is your favorite breakfast food?
It would be a pistachio-filled croissant.
That sounds awesome. Is that what you had for breakfast today?
Unfortunately not.
Darn. Can you describe yourself in 3 words?
Pay it forward. Or in 2 words, I'd say be nice.
Can you show me something awesome?
Sure. A few years ago, I started to get a lot of phones at about 10 o'clock at night. They said, "You got a shout out on The Good Doctor." Unfortunately, I'd never heard of The Good Doctor. It's a show on ABC, but let me show you the clip for posterity.
Kenny and his girlfriend go all the time. The rides were actually fun, Claire, even though they hurl you through the air very quickly without a proper 3-point seatbelt. It was worth the $300 I spent.
What kind of carnival cost you that much money?
It was not just the carnival. Kenny's girlfriend wanted to go to see a movie afterwards, but I just got the 2nd edition of Tchaikov's Atlas of Vascular Therapy, so decided not to go.
And you paid for everyone?
I had to. I lost the bet.
Rounds will have to wait. We have a console come up.
Sometimes you take what you can get in life, so that was my 15 seconds of fame.
So cool. So in addition to writing textbooks, what else do you do for work?
Well, I'm a vascular surgeon, an engineer, and an educator. We work on problems at the interface of medicine, biology, engineering, chemistry, largely focused in a number of different areas, from drug discovery to tissue engineering, and all of that is sort of focused in this area of repair and regeneration.
So you have an MD as well as a PhD. What was your dissertation topic?
My PhD was in chemical engineering at MIT and was focused in the area of artificial organs, particularly those in contact with blood, and trying to develop new materials that would prevent blood clotting from occurring on the surface of the materials. That still continues to be a challenge for a lot of our artificial organs.
What do you think will be the biggest scientific breakthrough during your lifetime?
I think editing the genome will have a huge, enormous impact on health and wellness, and that's an area of interest in our laboratory, particularly delivery systems for in vivo genome editing.
Awesome. Well, it looks like a beautiful day outside in Boston. Do you mind if we take a walk?
That sounds fabulous. Let's do it.
Let's go. So as we leave your office, when you're not working, how do you like to spend your time?
Actually walking outside.
How convenient. And if you had to have a totally different career than the one you have now, what would you do?
Oh, that's a hard question. I can't imagine doing anything other than working at the interface of surgery and engineering and science. But I guess if you pushed me, it would probably be related fields, archaeology, physical anthropology, going up into space. All those things seem to be particularly exciting to me.
Cool. Well, now that we're outside in this lovely Boston fall foliage, are you a beach person or a mountain person?
Definitely a mountain person.
Which app do you use most often on your phone?
ChatGPT.
What was the last show or concert that you saw live?
Well, we were in Tanglewood, saw a Beethoven concert, but I actually have to say that one of the most meaningful recent concerts was one by Christian Gardino, who was on American Idol and America's Got Talent. It was meaningful in a number of different ways. When he was 12 years old, he received a gene therapy. He was born with LCA, Leber's congenital amaurosis, and he was an early patient treated by Spark Therapeutics with a genetic therapy, and it restored about 70 to 80% of his vision.
Do you have any pets?
We have a cat, Molly.
Do Do you have any pet peeves?
When Molly sits in my chair and leaves a tremendous amount of fur where I usually sit.
Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
Really sort of depends upon the environment and situation. Probably a little bit of both.
Pizza or pasta?
Pasta.
What keeps you up at night?
Lots of things. 2 of our 3 children were born with inherited recessive disorder called Usher syndrome, type 1F. It's otherwise known euphemistically as deaf-blindness syndrome. A few years ago, my wife and kids were increasingly discouraged, as I was, because nobody was working on this particular problem. We got together with other parents with children with similar problems, and we formed a collaborative, the Usher 1F Collaborative. I tell people never doubt the power of a few ferocious, fearless moms to make a difference in the world. And we hope one day to find a cure for vision loss that's associated with Usher 1F syndrome.
Where did you grow up, and what's one thing you miss about it?
I grew up in Toronto, Canada, and I miss butter tarts. People don't know about butter tarts in Boston or the United States. I can't get over it.
What advice would you give yourself when you were a teenager?
Be intellectually fearless. Dive into subjects even if you don't have the background or prior experience. Really just sort of embrace the unknown.
What is your favorite place or activity to do in Boston?
I love walking along the Charles River. You can really feel the dynamism of Boston and Cambridge, the people, the places. It's really so beautiful, especially at sunset or sunrise.
What do you like most about being a faculty member at the Wyss?
I think you can feel the energy of the Wyss, the potential for people to embrace big challenges and solve important problems. It's such a collaborative environment that's focused on teamwork and partnership. It's a really incredible ecosystem of individuals.
If you could have dinner with another Wyss faculty member tonight, who would you invite?
Hard not to put George Church near the top of the list. He's such an interesting individual, incredible scientist and personality, very collegial. I think he's truly an inspiring person.
And what would you talk about?
It would probably be at the top of most people's list of questions to ask George, which is when is that woolly mammoth going to make an appearance? We've all been waiting for it for a number of years now.
And last question, what accomplishment are you most proud of?
Well, a few years ago in 2020, I received the Harvard Medical School Class of 2020 Outstanding Faculty Mentor Award. It certainly was very meaningful to me. So many of our students who've gone on to successful careers in academia, and pharma, and biotech, they all inspire me. So that's probably more than anything else.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking this walk with us today, Elliot. I'll let you get back to your office.
All right, well, that's great. Well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed these wonderful surroundings.
All right, take care.
All right, bye-bye.